What's up, I'm Jeff Haynes from Tech Bargains, and this is the video review of the HP ZBook 14 Ultrabook. Up until now, if you needed the processing power of a workstation, you had to be physically tethered to a desktop to handle your processing. That's all changed thanks to the ZBook 14, which gives designers and engineers the processing strength of a workstation in the form factor of an Ultrabook. We all know that the ZBook 14 was clearly designed with plenty of power, but will it suit your work needs? Here's our review. The ZBook 14 that we reviewed was powered by a 4th generation Intel Core i7 4600U processor running at 2.1 GHz that could be boosted up to 3.3 GHz via turbo. It came with 16 GB of RAM and was supplemented by both Intel HD Graphics 4400 and an AMD FirePro M4100 graphics card with 1 GB of graphical memory. It packed a 240 GB solid-state drive, and all content was displayed on a 14-inch LED backlit anti-glare display with a native resolution of 1920 by 1080. It also came with Bluetooth 4.0, 802.11n Wi-Fi support, 4 USB 3.0 ports, one of which was a sleep and charge port, DisplayPort and VGA port, and a smart card reader slot. Let's get the most obvious point out of the way up front. The ZBook 14 is an absolute beast when it comes to day-to-day tasks. The configuration that we had packed an insanely fast processor, loads of RAM, a solid-state drive that posted over 500 megabytes per second read and write stats, and a beefy graphical card. Obviously, the basic specs of the system made general tasks a walk in the park, while more intensive graphical tests ran without a problem. Simply put, if you've got work to do, this machine can blow through it without a single hitch. And if you've got a need to produce HD or better than HD visuals, that's not a problem at all either. What's more, you've got plenty of high-powered USB ports on the system. It moves away from the format of mixing USB 2.0 and 3.0 ports with computers instead of using the much faster standard. As a result, you've got 4 3.0 ports, one of which is a sleep and charge port so you can keep devices running without turning the system on, a feature we've always appreciated. This is also a heavy-duty system in both specs and design. The ZBook 14 has mil-spec 810G certification, so it can take drops, dust, temperature fluctuations, and other hazards to machines. Even the LED backlit keyboard is spill-resistant. All of these features are contained in an attractive two-toned brushed aluminum system, which is fortunately more accessible than many other laptops around. Unlike other OEMs out there, HP provides a toolless approach to upgrading and maintaining the computer. Slide the button on the underside of the system, the back panel will pop off, and you can swap the hard drive, wireless card, RAM, and much more. If only all laptops were this simple to update. On top of the hardware, HP packed in great software, like its Performance Advisor, a utility designed to figure out if a piece of hardware isn't very strong or is about to break. It's nice to have a diagnostic that can evaluate and alert us to a possible problem with our computer, whether that's a driver or failing component, before it affects major projects. One of the last things that stood out were the viewing angles of the display, which were pretty good. Colors were clear without a lot of shifting or darkening at angles, meaning we could get work done and have others gather around to look at our display with still accurate visuals. We do wish that the screen had a higher resolution, especially because there are some laptops out there packing better than full HD screens, but it does its job. On the other hand, we did have some issues with the ZBook 14. First of all, we didn't like how finicky the trackpad seemed to be during operation. While we thought that some of the issue could have been attributed to the unit we had, the trackpad ignored double taps every now and then. It wasn't a constant issue, but it was frequent enough to be a problem for us. We also didn't like the restriction of the system to the older Wi-Fi generation standard. It has 802.11n Wi-Fi support, but if you're using this machine to get your work done, you've also probably upgraded your network for 802.11 AC speeds. That means that you're not able to fully take advantage of the speeds of your system with this computer. That might seem nitpicky, especially because the Wi-Fi spec is still being locked down, and HP could simply be waiting for that decision to be made, but it's still a significant issue nonetheless. If you're a graphics professional in need of a workstation that's much thinner and lighter than your old desktop, the HP ZBook 14 should easily be at the top of your consideration list. The same could be said for users that need high-end laptops, especially thanks to its beefy stats and its ability to shrug off issues that would wreck most other machines. While we still wish that it had a much better screen resolution as well as a faster Wi-Fi option, these issues are minor. Overall, the HP ZBook 14 is a system that any professional user would love, which is why we decided to give it a 4.5 out of 5. For the latest coupons and deals on laptops like the HP ZBook 14, be sure to check out techbargains.com/HP. To enter our monthly giveaway, make sure you always check out techbargains.com/YouTube. And to watch our video unboxings, video reviews, and exclusive video features, be sure to go to techbargains.com/videos.